told God I don't want to be with anyone if it's not going to be my husband. Yeah, I don't want to go through any heartbreak unnecessarily. So I was just praying for peace, praying for wisdom.
Welcome back to our channel. We have a special guest today.
Yes.
Hello. Would you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Mary and I'm a friend of Joya. I'm excited to be here. That's the main thing. Yes. And I don't know what else. I'm a student. I'm training to be a dentist, so I'll be finished in a few months, like Joya. Yes. So I'm excited to not be a student. Student life is good, but it has like an end, right? You can't.
It needs to end. Please, guys, if you are in school, it needs to end, okay? Thank you.
Don't stay there forever.
Do it as quick as you can and be living.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, so guys, that's my wonderful Mary Izzi.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure for me that I can have someone as wonderful as you.
Okay, stop.
Yes, guys. So I invited Mary, and she just said that she is a student, right? But she didn't talk about her marital state.
Yeah.
So tell her.
I'm missing my engagement ring. It's here, but yes, I'm married, and I've been married for 4 years now.
Wow.
To my amazing husband, Izzi. Yes.
Yeah.
So we had our anniversary on the 20th of March.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's my month, guys.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I can't believe it's been 4 years, but yes.
Wow, 4 years already. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, do you recall, like, I was your wedding day?
Yes. So we got married in King's Community Church in Aberdeen, and it was a bit cold and grey in the morning, but the sun came out eventually. But it was the most surreal day. It was just like crazy that I'm getting to marry my best friend.
Aww.
And I'm wearing this beautiful dress.
And by the way, I saw her on that dress. Yes!
I did coming out to the car. Yes.
I was passing by anyway, guys. I didn't know her yet, okay?
But it was meant to be.
Yes.
It happened. We were meant to meet.
Yes!
So yeah, that was just really surreal for
I
me.
mean, she looked amazing.
Thank you.
And her dad was picking her up like, let's keep moving.
So yes, it was amazing. It was really, really nice.
How old
day.
were you on your wedding?
I was 23.
Oh.
Yes. So I had finished my first degree, and I think I had been graduated 1 year. So it was nearly a year after my graduation.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh wow. And that was your heart.
And I was more excited than nervous. So to be honest, I was just nervous that I would fall over my dress walking up the aisle.
Why?
But it was fine.
Was the dress too big?
No, it wasn't, but I did start walking a bit too slowly, and I did step on my dress, so I kind of had to like shake it a little bit and then keep walking. But it was fine. It was fine. But I wasn't nervous about the decision I was making, if that makes sense. I was very, very sure. I knew this is the right thing. Yeah. So there was no nerves in that area, but it was just a really, really good day.
Awesome. For how long did you date before getting married?
Good question. Okay, we started dating in November, and then we got engaged in the August afterwards. 9 months later. Yes. And then we got married in the March after that, 7 months after that. So, oh my gosh, my math.
You don't need to. It's okay.
So yeah, our engagement was 7 months long after a 9-month relationship.
Oh, so
Yes.
cute.
Yeah.
And how were you sure that Izzi was the one?
Yeah, very good question. So I met him in September and we started dating in the November. So we only had known each other 2 months, which was a bit crazy. And I had always said to myself, I'm never gonna date someone that I've only known for less than 3 months. But that's exactly what happened. I knew him 2 months and then we were together. And even the weekend before we were like officially a couple, I had a dream that really made me feel like, yeah, this is the man I'm gonna marry. So like, yeah, so I just knew, and I was praying about it all the time, because I told God I don't want to be with anyone if it's not gonna be my husband. Yeah, I don't want to go through any heartbreak unnecessarily. So I was just praying for peace, praying for wisdom, and just praying, God, end this thing if it's not your will. End it now. But it never ended, and I just had this constant peace. And then I had that dream as well. It was just a dream of Izzi kind of going on one knee and putting a ring on my right hand, like this finger on my right hand. So I think it's like a promise ring. You know, have you heard of that? Yeah. So I hadn't heard of it, and I looked like someone told me about it after the dream. I was like, oh. So yeah, I just had a lot of like confirmation and peace from God.
Aww,
yeah,
so sweet.
Yeah. And then also family kind of being agreeable as well, because they didn't know who he was. My family didn't know anything about him, but slowly they grew to know him and love him as well.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I have a question. So how is it to be married? Like, you were 23, right?
Yes.
How was it to be married at such young age?
Yeah.
Did you get like a lot of pros, cons?
Yes.
Like, how was it?
So one of the things I was most nervous about was having to cook every day.
That's really nice one.
Because every time I've like lived on my own, well, I've only lived on my own once, but you know, there's no pressure, because if I feel like eating cereal, I'll just eat cereal. But I was so nervous that I would have to cook every day, and how would I manage? But you know what? It's been fine. That side of things, you just like adapt. And I wasn't very good at cooking, to be honest, when we first got married.
It's okay.
He was very, very gracious and patient, and I'm lucky that he'll eat anything. My husband will eat anything. But yeah, all these things you just get better at. There was a lot of grace for each other. It wasn't just me who was new to it, you know. So I don't know, it's just the feeling of we're both growing, and we're not meant to be perfect. We're both learning how this thing works, how to relate to each other, how to deal with conflict, exactly, how to argue in a healthy way, how to, like just all those things. So I personally, I didn't feel like I missed home that much, because I know that was one of your questions.
Yeah.
So yes, you do have those moments of like, why is this happening? I got to be honest, I cried a lot in our first year of marriage.
Wow.
But it was just a lot of other things, and I think it was like baptism of fire.
That expression is so
like, they cry all the time. So it would just be the most silly things, and I would get upset. But you know, it really helped because he was very good at comforting me if I was upset, and like he knew how to deal with it, and he wasn't freaked out. So it meant I realized I could just be myself with him. it's fine. If I'm upset, it's okay. I don't have to be happy all the time. But yeah, no, I'm the type of person that if I move somewhere, I don't really miss the place I've left or the people I've left. Like, I'm very present wherever I am. So if I'm here, I'm here. And I don't really think about
where I was before.
Yes,
my
exactly. So it wasn't too bad. My parents live in Aberdeen. They can visit whenever they want. But no, they were good. They gave us space to, and I also made a point of, like, I'm never gonna speak to my parents about any issues we're having as a couple, or if we've had an argument. Because the thing is, you'll have an argument and then you tell your family and they feel really annoyed too.
Exactly.
And then you make up with your husband and
your family still have the problem with them.
Yeah, so you have to be very careful, and there's no point sharing stuff with your family. It's like you have to be able to trust each other. And like deal with things together and with God as well. That's the way it'll be for us. We'll
Amen.
just be together forever.
Amen. The Notebook is perfect, guys. If you've not watched it, go watch it. It's amazing. Amazing.